got the real after meets. Every Tuesday's a trip. Come share your thread. In this warm embrace, there's love everywhere. Talk it out, all vibes alright. Nobody's wrong here, alright tonight. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Some stories are bright, to journeys apart. We celebrate life, each unique part. A safe haven here, where spirits so free. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. With these words we share, we bring the light. Join the talk show, let your heart take flight.
Welcome to another episode of the SayCo Show. Now, I had a few of you message me and say something is wrong with the sound. So before we get started, I am going to ask you how it is sounding right now. Should I continue or should we start over? Let me know as soon as you can. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Well, guys, let me tell you. We are yet again coming to you live from my home in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. For those of you that don't know where Goodlettsville is, we are about, 10, 12 miles north of downtown Nashville. And it was a quaint little town until the secret got out. And it's kind of crowded here now, but we still like it. We've always said, my spouse and I, to each other, that we probably won't ever sell the house. We'll probably just rent it out when we move on out of the country. But that's another show right then and there. So we're not going to get into all that. I believe this is episode 305. I'm going to have to check because I'm not in the studio in Old Hickory. So I believe it's 305, guys. I'm so excited that I'm seeing people in here live in the chat room on Podbean. You guys are amazing, and I so appreciate y'all's support. I was doing some homework, and some folks were telling me that it's kind of hard to find a lot of queer podcasters that stay in the norm of conversation. There's a lot of stuff out there that probably goes a little more rated R and rated X, but I had a friend of mine was researching for me and said there are very few, especially from the Bible Belt, especially from a red state, gay podcasters. And so I just want to say, for those of you listening, I so appreciate you guys tuning in, especially like my friend Todd and my brother Derek, and there's a bunch of y'all in here. I am getting a couple text messages live here in the studio. And I'll really, guys, I'm really going to try to answer all of your questions. If you have a question, we're live right now on Podbean. If you have a question, please drop me a text. 615-805-4363. Tonight's topic, we're talking Bridgerton Season 4, Part 1. Now, when I say Part 1, I'm not saying just Episode 1. I'm talking what they dropped. They dropped 4 episodes, and the other 4 will be coming to us, I think, in about 2 or 3 weeks. So we're just talking about Part 1, which is the first 4 episodes tonight. If you love Bridgerton, if you want to share something about the show, drop me a text or a voicemail, 615-805-4363. Now, if you're here live in the chat room on Podbean with me tonight, if you want to say anything about Bridgerton or share your views of the show, just hit whatever you need to hit on your end. My end looks different because I'm the broadcaster, but hit whatever you want to hit if you want to be on the show tonight live. Guys, we got some more comments that were really tacky. And so we went ahead and blocked and deleted. Let me say this. I know that there's a lot of haters out there, and I'm sure I'm not everybody's cup of tea. What we're doing here is we're just taking a peek into my life. And my life is I'm a feminine queer man that went through a bout of testicular cancer 3 years ago. This is how the radio show dropped in my lap. I firmly believe that was probably one of the reasons. And after the radio station went under, I started podcasting. I talk about my life, my spouse, my career as a 28-year veteran flight attendant. So this is what the show's all about. We discuss, like I say, all things queer here on the SayCo Show. If you have any ideas or you want to be on the show or at the show, we always have a live studio audience. Tonight, my audience is the blue-fronted Amazon parrot. Her name is Trixie, and she's a rescue. She's in the room with me right now. And then one of the dogs is in here, the little rescued black and white Chihuahua. My spouse is on the other side. I'm sure he is listening. He's probably filtering through some comments and whatnot, making sure everything's good. But that's what the show is. If you don't agree with my views or my lifestyle, etc., well, God bless you. I want you to go and find a podcast that is going to make you smile and move you and be oh so happy. So do that, please. I want you to find happiness. You know, this life is tough enough. We all have problems of our own. I want you to go and find something that suits you, that fits your view of life, and go get at it. Lord knows there are thousands and thousands of podcasts just here in the States. So please go and check that out. I also want to say, for those of you that are listening abroad, I'm tickled about that. I know I don't have a lot of followers, but I have a lot of people that are downloading. And those of you in Denmark and Iceland and the UK and Canada, I so appreciate you. I really do. If you feel comfortable, I would love for y'all to like, share, and follow right now so we can get as many people as we can into the live chat room. Okay, so let's just get into it, guys. This is going to be a short one. We're not going to get into too much because a lot of y'all texted and emailed me. If you want to send an email, it's thesaycoshow@writeme.com. And a lot of you said, no, it's too soon, especially a lot of my flight attendant friends. Don't give up anything. So I'm telling you now, I might give a little bit of spoiler. I'll try my best not to, but if for some reason you have not watched all 4 episodes of season 4, this is where you stop listening. And then, of course, right after the show, you can upload it and listen to it later. Download it later and give me an opinion and a listen later down the road when you're caught up. But guys, I'm going to be honest. This has been one of my favorite shows. And when I say a favorite show. Y'all know I'm really into movies. I'm really, really into reality television. I love my podcasts. I love books. I love movies. You know me. I'm like Mr. Media. But when the episode dropped and I realized that all the rumors were true and they were going to go down kind of like a Cinderella-ish tone, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Even my spouse was kind of shaky on it. And I thought, I don't know if, cause that's been done so many times over. So I thought, oh my gosh, they could have done anything they wanted and we're doing this. Okay. So it took me until the end of episode 2 to really be on board. And that's rare for me for this series. Let's do a sound check. How are we sounding, guys? Everyone that's here listening in the chat room, can you give me a thumbs up and let me know how I'm sounding? Of course, like I said earlier, I'm not in the studio, so I'm not on any type of microphone at all. I'm just holding my phone. Thank you. Okay. I'm just holding my phone and speaking into it live here in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. So, episode 1, I was kind of shaky about it all. Episode 2 really had me. I was almost in tears. Episode 3 was like, oh yeah, this is really getting good. And then 4 brought it all together before they took the little month hiatus. Guys, I am on board 100%. I cannot believe how well this worked. And let me tell you, I am all about Mr. Man. And it's his name is leaving me now. Jonathan Bailey. You know how I feel about Jonathan Bailey. And I could talk a whole show just on him, okay? But let me tell you, his brother, oh my goodness, has taken the lead this season, and I am just blown away. It is so, so, so good. The storyline is good. The directing is good. Even the set. Let me ask you guys, if you are some of the listeners live right now that are listening, does the set take your breath away? Does it push you to do better on your dining room table? I was showing some of my friends tonight that we had wrapped up most of Christmas, and right after the new year, it kind of feels like spring to me. We go into like deep organization, spring cleaning early, and of course, as any gay couple would, we put away the china that was out for the holidays, and we bring out the spring pattern by Noritake, which is a vintage set that we have in our collection. And so we brought out the spring china, which is absolutely gorgeous, and started setting up the dining room and dining room table. And one of my friends said, wait, that's different china. Did you guys buy new china? And I said, oh, Lord, no. If you go into our guest room, which is more like a catch-all, you will find big bins that are marked China patterns. So tonight we were playing Bridgerton in the dining room and setting up flowers and candles and taking out the silver and the crystal and everything, and just kind of playing house, playing tea party. I looked over at my spouse yesterday and I said, when did I become this gay? But we're really having a ball with it. It looks really good. And thanks Todd for letting me know it sounds good. So we're having a lot of fun. I guess I could give you a sneak peek into Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Someone just asked me, will you post a picture of your dining room table? I will to you, but not here for the whole world. But I will to you. Remind me after the show. So when I'm thinking of episode 1, guys, this beautiful little petite actress comes in and kind of steals the whole episode. She's kind of playing the Cinderella part of the storyline. She came in the first time being on the show. I mean, we're talking season 4, and she just walks right in and kind of lets you have it. I could not believe how poised she came into all of this. Her name is Yurin Ha. She plays Sophie. And guys, let me tell you, wow. Her acting ability, you believe her. It was a breathtaking performance. I can't wait to see what she does with the role as it continues. Now, I was watching a kind of a spin-off on Netflix, and it's kind of like a live vlog podcast where you can see them recording the podcast. And it's with a very famous talk show host in the UK. And she was sitting down with them and talking about season 4. And she turned to her and said, "You kind of stole this, girl." And I agree. I really think she stole this. It was an absolutely believable performance. This show it just blows me away, guys. Those of you listening, you might be like in a big rig right now going down the freeway and you're thinking, how did I stumble across this gay guy show? And what is Bridgerton? So let me give you just a little bit of feedback in on this. Bridgerton is an American alternative history Regency romance. So when we say Regency, we're talking early 19th century British Regency style. We're talking like 1811 to 1820. So if that gives you an idea of the period piece that I'm trying to describe, it's a television series created by a bunch of people for Netflix, including the most gifted lady, man, Shonda Rhimes. Man, can she write and direct and produce. I think she's a genius. I really do. As well as the others on the team. It follows the close-knit siblings of a noble and influential Bridgerton family as they navigate the highly competitive social season where young, marriageable nobility and gentry are introduced to society. The series is set in the early 19th century in an alternative London Regency area in which George III established racial equality and granted aristocratic titles to people of color due to the African heritage of his wife, Queen Charlotte. So it's so good, guys. This is season 4. There's 28 episodes so far. If I skip down to my notes here and run up to season 4, I can give you just a brief description of each one. Season 4 is based on An Offer from a Gentleman, is, I believe, the volume of book title. It says, John, Francesca, and Eloise return to Scotland. Violet is upset to discover that Benedict was absent as a result of a night of you-know-what, and pleasures him to settle down. Pleasures and pressures. And Penelope is conflicted by her public status as Lady Whistledown. Did y'all know that Julie Andrews narrates as Lady Whistledown for the series, which brings such a notable element of class to each episode. I look forward to hearing her. I really do. Violet hosts the first ball of the season. It's a masquerade. At the ball, Queen Charlotte chooses Benedict. Wowzers. He is, I'll tell you what, he could melt my butter any day. Chooses Benedict as the season's catch, and Lady Danbury explains that she desires to travel back to her homeland, but the Queen rejects her notion. Benedict is enamored by a mysterious lady in silver. Y'all know how I feel about silver, so I'm loving this already. And the two dance and kiss on a private terrace, and it was sexy and hot, that scene, I tell you. At midnight, however, she flees and leaves behind a glove, not a shoe, but a glove, and the women is going to be revealed to be Sophie, and she's a maid in the employment of Mrs. Gunn, the widowed Lady Penmore, and her two daughters, Rosamund and Posy. So, and those two stepsisters, man, are they playing the part, y'all. It's so good. If you download these and binge watch like me and my spouse do many occasion of every season, I want you to really pay attention to the director's. You can tell that he's given notes and they follow everything so pristine. Speaking of their dance and kiss on that private terrace right off of the masquerade ball, guys, they were fully clothed, and it was as sexy as hell. And the whole idea of who are you, no names, she was jumping over all of his questions. It was the sexiest thing that I've seen in a long time. But the camera angles and the visual of every hand gesture, every finger on point, the way they danced, and he was trying to teach her how to do a simple 4-step box dance, and the direction, guys, and the visual of it was just amazing. It felt like you were standing right there because the camera angles, well, I can't tell you, were perfection. And I watch things like this. You know, a lot of people say, well, I don't care who wins at the award shows, but I watch the red carpet because I want to see what people are wearing. And that's true to a point with me. I mean, hello, I am a gay man in my 50s. However, I usually don't look at the clothing. I look at the jewelry. Jewelry to me is just way more exciting. And then I also watch mannerisms. I watch the tone of their charisma. I'm looking for that energy, that special magic that is kind of illuminating off of a person. I love to people watch. Lord knows I'm in the right business for that, right? Sometimes I'm sitting for hours in an airport waiting on a broken jet to get fixed. I love people watching, but I also love watching real human interactions, especially those of strangers. So when this scene started and they're basically strangers, she kind of knows who he is. I mean, she's there, but he doesn't know who she is. And the questions and the foreplay and just that sizzling energy of we're two strangers and I'm not giving any information on my end. It was so well done. And I'm not sure, it went by so fast. I'm not sure just anybody would catch on to that kind of thing. But if you haven't watched it yet, watch that scene a couple times. Just rewind it and watch it again. It is on point. It is just, it's fire. It is fire. But anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you are a fan of the show, I would love to know who is your favorite character. I'd love to know what's, besides the storyline, what else do you like about the series? Oh, Brother Derek's saying, I agree about the jewelry versus clothes. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Tonight, since I'm home, I wanted to wear something just to make me feel a little more special, because I'm telling y'all, I'm home with no audience except the bird, the dog, and my spouse. So I'm just in my PJs on the couch in the media room. So I thought, I need something to spark my energy up and make me feel good before I get on this live mic. And I ran to the jewelry box and I grabbed a very special piece of jewelry, and I'm wearing it around my neck tonight. And it's basically a very, very close mimic copy of Patsy Cline's watch. Y'all know that I love Patsy Cline. I have since I was 5, and I've been collecting since I was 5. And so I found a very similar watch that she loved, and so I use it as a pendant on a chain. And so I love jewelry. Even if it's not worth $1 million, I still love very personable pieces. My spouse and I have started collecting brooches that we're going to share and wear, and brooches are really big in right now, I'm telling you. So catch up. Everyone should have at least 2 or 3 brooches in their jewelry box. They are super in right now. The bigger, the gaudier, the more flamboyant, the better. Okay, back to Bridgerton. So I've loved the series. I love Jonathan Bailey. Wow, wow, wow. But his brother, the one that plays Benedict, wow. He has such a beautiful energy, and the whole bisexual thing that follows the storyline since, the first season about him, what made it even hotter to me. But he has such an amazing way with his eyes that it just sucks you right on in. And I bet the actress playing Sophie was feeling that, because his connection with his eyes, there's nothing else like it on the series. He really has something going on. I'm happy for the mom, not to give away too much, but she is ready to perhaps change her let's say romance card, and so she is also looking for love. I love the storyline about the mysterious lady in silver. Silver has always been my lucky color, my go-to. So I love that about the series. I'm really excited about what's coming up. A lot of people are online saying, well, I wonder what will happen here, or I wonder what will happen there. Guys, we know that they're going for the Cinderella thing here. It will probably be that there will be maybe some big backlash, some sort of argument, and then, of course, they'll come together in the end for episode 8, and what? Live happily ever after. At least that's what I'm hoping. It's such a good show, guys. I hope you listening to me tonight on this topic, that you will go to Netflix and put on episode 1, season 1, and give it a try. And if you would, do me a favor. If you don't like the first show, the first episode, just watch 1 or 2 more. And I'm telling you, you will be hooked. It's such a beautiful TV show to watch. Like I'm saying, the costumes and the flowers and everything that goes with it, it just kind of takes you into that make-believe fairy tale era. It just takes your breath away. Now let's put that on pause and let me get you guys caught up. We were supposed to have a guest on last week, but because the ice storm here in Nashville was so bad, we had to postpone. And then it didn't work for this week, so that's why we went with Bridgerton. As soon as we get something really nailed down, I will let you guys know what that show is all about and the guests that I'm having on the show. Great to see some others that are listening here in the live chat room. Nelson, I'm so glad you're here and you're listening. Carla, I am glad you're here. For those of you that have been following my podcast, this is season 3. Hey, William, glad you're here. Jonah, I want you to pretty please promise me that you will come back for part 2 of Bridgerton season 4. You know, as soon as it drops, we are going to watch all 4 right away. And then, of course, the following Tuesday will be Bridgerton season 4 part 2. Let me know if you are in the Middle Tennessee area and you want to be part of the studio audience. My studio is out in Old Hickory, a couple towns over. We always have room for you. If you're going to come to Nashville and visit, I would love for you to let me know so we can meet and grab coffee or dinner and you can be in attendance of a show, a live show. I'm always live, guys, never taped. If for some reason you have any comments or ideas about the show, I would love to hear them. After all, I'm always saying that this podcast is yours. You're the listeners, so this is your show. If you want me to have, more people on live, we can certainly go back to that. We did a lot of that during the month of December last season. Any ideas you have, I would really love it. But I'm so glad that you guys are continuing to listen live and then also the downloads. So I really appreciate y'all. Okay, let's get into the second episode. It's a flashbacks to reveal that Sophie is, of course, the illegitimate daughter of Earl Penwood. And her mother, her stepmother, I tell you, right after he passes away, she is right there letting her know that she'll take her in, but as a maid. So immediately all roles are reversed. She secretly attended the ball with the help of the cook, who her name is Irma, she's a doll, and the footman, Alfie, who might be queer. Seemed like he was really excited about the shoes and the dress. Benedict decides to seek the lady in silver by having Penelope, come to his help and his aid in the paper. And it doesn't go well. They try everything, guys, to hunt her down. Lady Danbury and Queen Charlotte have an argument, and Charlotte really storms out of the room. It's something to watch. I love that lady. She's such a good actress. I believe they kind of made it clear that she was a lesbian in the show. Violet notices that the glove bears the crest of the Penwood house, and Benedict calls on the family. While Benedict is engaged in conversation with Posey, Alfie encourages Sophie to reveal herself, but she refuses. There's a scene here in the end of episode 2, guys, where she is on this teeter-tottering fence, fork in the road, where she could either zip her lips and let it be, or she could reach for the doorknob. They're both standing there. The door's cracked, and he's telling her, go in there. Let him see you. He will recognize your lips from the masquerade where, her eyes and face were covered, but not her lips. And he said, go in there. Change your life. Let him know you're right in front of him. And she almost does it. I mean, almost. It was the most engaging moment of episode 2. I was on the edge of my couch, and that's when I knew I was going to be hooked on the storyline. It goes on to say that Benedict mentions Sophie's silver costume, cluing in the others that, what possibly could be or who it could be. Sophie's dismissed and eventually finds new employment at a different estate where Benedict frequents. And then Sophie stands up to an assault. Benedict is present, and it results, of course, in her getting fired, but he offers her, a chance to find a new position in London with his help. So right after that, I was hooked, guys. You could not move me. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to watch the other two right now. Episode 3, some footnotes here. Benedict and Sophie take shelter in the rain at his cottage in the country. Guys, it's a giant castle-looking thing, but of course to them it's just a cottage. Sophie treats Benedict's wound. He was really sick because he fell on some glass tending to what was about to happen to her at the end of episode 2. And the next morning, the loyal keepers of his cottage, the Crabtrees, insist that they stay until he's all better. Well, of course, when two young people are locked in a beautiful castle, which he calls the cottage, they bond. What more? You get two people that are into each other. They bond and they kiss. And Mrs. Crabtree urges Sophie to please remember her place as a maid, and Benedict to do right by Sophie by respecting that line. Meanwhile, to replace Sophie, they start poaching staff members from the other households. So this starts going crazy with the paper, and they call it the Maid Wars. It's really funny. It goes on that Francesca wonders about the lack of pentacle, which is an orgasm, but they don't say that back then in those times. They referred to it as a pentacle. And so she's looking for advice. She goes to her friend and her mother, to Penelope and Lady Danbury. And that's when she finds out that Queen Charlotte is looking for a lady in waiting. And then it goes on to say that Violet admits to Marcus that she wants to pursue a relationship with him. And then if we continue on to episode 4, I don't want to give it all away. It was so good. So I'm not going to tell you about episode 4 tonight. We'll discuss that in part 2. But part 2 is coming up in a few weeks, and we get the final 4 episodes of the season. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the good thing about this, guys, Shondaland has already concluded and gone public with the fact that they will do a season 5 and a season 6. So, of course, I was running through the house screaming at my spouse saying, it's going to be back for 2 more years, 2 more seasons. So I was so super excited. Do you guys get this excited about your favorite television shows? I wonder. But anyway, I just love this show. Promise me you're going to go and give it a chance and watch it. It may not be your cup of tea, but let me tell you, as soon as you watch a couple, you're going to be hooked. And it's just so good. And it's not that many, guys. It's not. Yeah, we're not talking 35 episodes a season. We're only talking, around 8. So you can definitely catch up. So you're all caught up by, 2-3 weeks from now for the last 4 episodes. I hope you guys are doing great. I am so super excited about Bridgerton this season. The whole Cinderella storyline. Yeah, it works. It definitely does. And Shonda Rhimes anything she touches turns to magic. I tell you, the lady should have so much money in lieu of her creativity. My God, is there anything she can't do? Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. Go out, buckle up, be safe. There's still a lot of people here locally in Middle Tennessee that do not have power. We are thinking of you, praying for you, sending good, wonderful thoughts towards you that you're nice and warm somehow, some way. Our phones, our phones have been going off every night, a couple times each night, where it says, boil your water, go get bottled water at this location. Then they send out another alarm that goes off that says there are shelters available. Thank goodness we got through this, guys. Our lights flickered a couple times, but we never lost power, thank goodness. And we got through it. Nashville is famous for ice storms. This is probably the worst I've ever been in. But I hope you are warm wherever you are. And I look forward to spending some more time with you next Tuesday night live, 7 Central, right here on Podbean. I appreciate your support, guys. Go like, follow, and share. Please, please, please. And again, if you have any ideas, 615-805-4363, you just send me a text. If you're shy, you don't want to ring my phone, send me an email, SayCo Show @writeme.com. Go out, be blessed, buckle